Bibliofools.
We're having a good time.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of Bibliofools. Today, we're getting slimy. My name's Evan Cadell. I'm here with Kyle Dunshee.
Yes, I'm here.
and Kylan Rowe.
Oh, yeah, that's how I burp.
Your burp was better than mine.
Oh, God.
Been out burp. Mikhail's gonna throw up.
Yeah, you drank way too much last night to be burping right now.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know. There's no proof.
I would love it if you threw up on this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Make my day.
Me too.
All right, well, this show, if you're new to the show, we read books, so you don't have to because you don't want to do it, because how are you going to keep up on World War III if you're reading a book? You don't have time. Today's book is Remarkably Bright Creatures. This is a book about an elderly widow still grieving the death of her son who drowned mysteriously when he was 18. She cleans an aquarium housing a remarkably bright octopus. That's why I said we're slimy today. It's all coming back around. The octopus who may know more than he lets on and may be able to help her solve the mystery and find closure before the end of his very short octopus life. Talking about octopuses today. I chose this one. The reason is, I don't know if you guys know this, I love octopuses. They are hands down my favorite animal, and it's not even close.
I did not know that.
I did not know
This is
that.
news to me. I feel bad I didn't know what your favorite animal was, because I wear mine on my sleeve, literally. And so, I feel bad. Now I know yours is an octopus. Remarkably bright octopuses.
Maybe I should get an octopus tattoo.
You should.
I haven't thought of that until just now.
That
I think you
actually
should.
that would rip. That would be really cool.
Look dope.
That'd be super
Nice.
dope. Would you do
Well,
a
if
little
you two
one?
would think it's cool.
Would you do like a little like the Spectre from like James Bond one, or would you do like a realistic like
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be big. Maybe
Yeah.
it turns into Cthulhu up at the
Ooh.
top. Just keeps you guessing.
You know
That'd
what
be
you do?
freaking cool.
You get it on your butt.
Yeah.
It's like never mind. It's like holding
It's
your
like
ass
what?
cheeks open.
Yeah, it's grabbing your and then the top, its head is kind of like almost like a tramp stamp, and it's kind of like ooh.
It's like
I'm gonna
if you-
get. It's a full body, and the head is gonna be on my back, and then tentacles are just gonna pop
Wrapping
up
around
in
you?
places. And you're
Oh.
like, these all connect somewhere, right? You know,
It's
like,
somewhere.
yeah, but you're never gonna know where.
You're never gonna know where.
Unless you
I
play your
didn't
card.
know that you like octopuses this much.
I love them.
That's news. Why?
Why?
Here's I'm so glad you asked. The reason why is because they've developed incredibly high intelligence on a totally separate branch of the tree of life from humans and mammals. So there's a lot of intelligent animals out there. You got elephants and what other ones are really smart? Monkeys, of course, and
Yeah.
humans. All of those, though, share a lot of genetic, they go way back to a common ancestor, but there's a branch very early that developed octopuses. So it's an alien kind of intelligence. It's completely separate. It doesn't work the same. Their brain is distributed across their entire body. So every little tentacle has a little brain in it. And I think that's just fascinating. Also, the thing that lit the fire here is the documentary My Octopus Teacher.
That was so good.
Ugh,
So damn
God.
good.
Yeah.
Everybody loves
read
that
that, I was
documentary. My what do you call that? Oppositional disorder of just wanting to oppose anything
Oh yeah.
that's
Yeah.
popular. People were like, "Oh, this documentary is so cute. This guy befriends an octopus," and I watched it, and I just on the outset was just like, "This guy's a loser." For no reason. He's probably great. I'm just a terrible person.
I'm sure he has human friends as well.
I was like, this
not
guy
just-
doesn't have any real friends. He just hangs out with an octopus. Ugh, gross, sad, loser.
Oh,
But it's probably amazing. It's not probably. It is amazing and actually really cool. And that guy's awesome and is more accomplished than I am. And I'm spiraling. Oh God. Oh, there's
we
black
didn't
guys.
even get very far in.
Oh, there's black
All right,
guys.
we'll bring it back.
Well, okay. So I didn't read this book because we're trying for the listeners. We're trying a little experiment where we're gonna have one person not read the book so that they can be the audience member to feel like they have read the book.
and we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
We're gonna see. We're going to take McKylan on a journey today. We're going to lead you gently and nimbly with our tentacles today.
Oh, just yeah.
I don't
It's
like where
not
we're
as
going
sexual
with
as you
this.
might think, but maybe a little
I
sexual.
don't know why you're bringing up sexuality. I wasn't taking this sexually at all.
You look like you were taken sexually.
Let's start.
All right, our
Let's start
setting
again.
today. So this book takes place in the quiet coastal town of Sowell Bay, Washington. We love the Pacific Northwest on this podcast.
This
it
is
just
like
keeps
the fourth
popping up.
book. Like, what
We
are we
really
doing?
Okay, here's a dumb question that I hope I'm gonna regret. Is that a real place? I didn't look it up. Is this a real place, Sowell Bay?
Somebody look it up.
I
Sowell
feel like-
Bay.
Or is it a fictional, just
Is
Washington coastal
Sowell
town?
Bay, Washington, a real place?
A fictional small coastal town.
Okay,
in
that makes me
Washington
feel better.
State. It's not
Um,
real.
It's not real. Just
Not real.
general, but just think general Washington coastal town, small town. That's where this
Quaint.
takes place.
Everybody knows everybody.
People just love writing books about quaint coastal towns, or just about Washington. People love to write books about the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, as someone who's never been to Washington, is it really that good, Evan? You lived in Washington for a bit.
I lived in the ugly middle part of Washington and can confirm it's not good there. But
Okay.
the coastal part is great. I
Okay.
got some family, been to Seattle, and it is worth the hype. Okay, so in this quiet coastal town, we have Tova Sullivan, the protagonist of the book, a 70-year-old widow, precise and dignified, haunted by the mystery of her son Eric's disappearance decades ago. She cleans the aquarium to stay occupied and connected. She's kind of like the sweetest old lady
She's
ever.
the sweetest. And they are making a movie about this, and I looked up the casting, and I
Oh.
don't think we even need to do casting because the person they are playing Tova is Sally Fields, and that could not be
Perfect.
more perfect.
Oh,
That
It
yeah.
is perfect.
Right down the middle.
So sweet
Absolutely.
old Sally Fields, picture as Tova Sullivan.
Yeah, that is exactly correct, Cassie. That's gonna be great. But she's that way. She's like very sweet, but very reserved, very proper, and she just can't see a mess without cleaning it. She kind of fusses over all the little messes, and she's very charming.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
We also have Marcellus, a highly intelligent and curmudgeonly Pacific octopus who lives in the aquarium. He's nearing the end of his life, and he knows it, but he's observant, sharp, and not one to stay confined. So their relationship sort of begins as he's sneaking out and
Does he talk?
gallivanting.
Is this a talking
He-
octopus?
So this was cool. What they did is he's kind of the omniscient narrator. He has his own chapter
The book-
every couple of chapters.
The book is narrated by the octopus?
Like kind of.
At times, like a chapter will be his thoughts. And so
Interesting.
it's not him like physically speaking, but his thoughts on what we've been reading. So we read a bit and then we hear Marcellus's thoughts on how things are going, and he leads the story in a really unique, cool way.
I like
Yeah.
that. So
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
this book is partially narrated by an octopus. Good to know.
100%.
Correct.
Love it.
And he's like really, for the first couple of his little chapters, he's just complaining about how stupid people are. And like they just press their faces against the glass and they just talk to each other about the weather. He's like, I don't know why the weather's so important to people. It's all they talk about. So he's
Yeah.
great.
Well, he's probably seeing a bunch of bad first dates. I feel like that's the people that go to aquariums. Is like, it's just like dad or disinterested dads.
He's like, there was a family that came in here and the kid was like throwing something and he was like, that's my boy. You've got my throwing arm. He's like, except he doesn't because that boy's not his son. There's no way. He's like, I can tell. And they're not genetically related. The dad doesn't know that yet, but he will one day.
Damn, Marcellus is a little. Is he like a little Sherlock Holmes octopus?
He's just smart. He's just brilliant, and he can tell things. Like Evan said, like if he can tell if someone's genetically related by how they walk, their gait, all these different things that he observes that we would not think to observe. So I guess kind of Sherlock Holmesy in a way, yeah.
He's got his alien intelligence just cranked all the way to
Cool.
11.
Guys, we are obsessed with aliens and the Pacific Northwest. This
Yep.
is
That's what this podcast is.
that's what this
Just
podcast
coming
is.
together. If you have any more books with the Pacific Northwest and aliens, we're going to read them. You know we will. Well, our last character here is Cameron Cassmore, a rootless 30-year-old searching for stability and the father he never knew. He stumbles into a job at the aquarium and unknowingly into the heart of the family mystery.
Oh my God, I've always wanted something like this to happen to me.
Really?
Yeah, I want to stumble into a mystery. That is like my dream.
That's totally what happens. And Cameron Cassmore for the casting is played by Bill Pullman's son. I don't know his name.
Oh, Louis Pullman. I just
Louis
watched
Pullman.
a movie with him. I don't like that casting. I want somebody else.
Really?
Just because I'm vindictive and he's just doing too good. He's just killing it, and I want there to be, as a jealous 30-year-old actor, I'm like, hey guys, I wasn't busy. I'm rootless.
Yeah, I thought that casting. I don't know enough about that guy. It's probably good. I pictured
Oh.
Cameron less handsome.
It's
fair.
Bob from Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I haven't seen Thunderbolts yet, but I know he's in that.
Oh.
I think he'll do a really good job, but because Cameron doesn't have his life together, Cameron's very
Yeah.
slobby. I pictured Cameron's in like a punk rock band in his 30s. I picture someone looks a bit more like a loser, maybe.
Yeah, I want somebody fat. Like, I think that's the thing that
A little fat.
like I kind of get sick of all of these really handsome people playing losers, like
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper
Yeah.
and Limitless. I'm like, I want
Come on.
like
That's not fair.
there's got to be a chubby actor somewhere somewhere that is prepared. Like I just
No, dude. Even the fat roles, they're like Penguin, ugly and super fat. Let's cast Colin Farrell, and we'll just
Yeah.
spend hours every morning.
what are
Yeah.
they
making him
doing?
huge.
Also,
They
nothing
do all that
yeah.
makeup to make him look like Richard Kind. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Richard Kind's right there.
He should have casted Richard Kind.
Oh, yeah. Also, nothing against Paul Dano, but he played Brian Wilson in a Beach Boys biopic, kind of. And so did John Cusack. Brian Wilson is a chubby guy. Paul Dano's like he gained weight for the role, but it didn't just cast a chubby actor. There's plenty of
Yeah.
chubby actors out there who want the role.
This chubby actor erasure is driving me up the wall, man.
Anyway, but Cameron is a construction worker, so I guess that kind of fits.
It is important to note Cameron is a deadbeat. He can't hold a job. He just got kicked out. He was living with his girlfriend. She was like, this is the last straw when he loses his job. So he's just got nothing going for him. He was abandoned by his mother, who was a drug addict, and been living with his aunt, and he has nothing going on. His two best friends got married to each other, and they're having a baby, so they got less and less time for him. His buddy shut down his band, so he's just like, yep. So he finds out who his father might be, and that sort of kicks off the journey, which we'll get right into it. But he's a deadbeat and kind of a loser. That's all you need to know.
I love it.
And his aunt has chlamydia, and they mentioned that a few times.
Oh, good.
Because it's going around the trailer park.
The trailer park where she lives, and he doesn't love that his aunt has chlamydia. And he's like, this is dangerous. And she's like, I'll be careful, but Jim doesn't like to wear protection. And she's like an old woman.
Oh,
And so
God.
he's like, okay, maybe I should get out of here. He's in like middle of California, and he sees the opportunity to go potentially find his real father, who's a rich guy up in Sowell Bay, and that's where he goes.
Oh, that is a problem in nursing homes, is just the rampant STDs.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gross.
It's
I
gross.
mean, it's not gross. It's beautiful. No, it's gross.
Well, yeah, no, I think we can say that rampant STDs are gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
think
in any
that's-
context. Yes. Yeah. So Marcellus is reflecting on his captivity and his declining health.
Okay,
Octopuses don't live that long.
So
he is.
They don't?
I didn't
No,
realize
they don't
that
live
either.
very long at all.
thought
In
they'd
my,
be like
yeah, I thought it'd be hundreds of
parrots or
years.
something.
Yeah.
No,
Isn't
it's
that
like a year
stupid?
to 4 years. 4
It's-
years, like
What?
absolute
They live
tops.
for a year?
Yeah.
Not
That-
that
Yeah, they have-
smart.
That makes you so mad because they're brilliant creatures, remarkably bright creatures, by the way. And then like a dumbass parrot is gonna live for like 30 years. That's not fair.
That's
Parrots can
crazy.
speak English, Kyle.
Okay, I take it. Oh my gosh, I was so wrong.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
bro. I haven't heard one single
dude,
octopus
turtles.
say anything. Okay.
Turtles were right there. They live like 100 years and they're super stupid.
No,
Yeah.
turtles are better than parrots in
Turtles
my
are so dumb they have to change lights in like cities so that the turtles know they don't get confused where the moon is. Idiots.
For reals?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Because if there's
The sea
white
turtles
lights,
are
they'll get
swimming towards the city?
yeah, they'll walk towards the city
And then-
instead of towards the ocean, and then they'll die because they're idiots.
There you go. Why do they get to live 150 years? It's messed
that's
up.
not fair.
Well, actually,
fair.
there was a study that did show that the leading sign of sadness and stuff is intelligence. So, because you're more
Oh.
aware of everything, and so maybe the reason turtles live so long and octopuses don't is octopuses are too self-aware and they're just kind of dying because they're just like, oh fuck, I'm an octopus.
They're just a
Oh,
bunch of
man.
sad boys killing
Yeah.
themselves with
They're
their
like-
sadness.
Yeah.
I got 3 hearts and like really complex biology. Oh man.
And I can't even live for. And then it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. They're just sitting there. Oh God, I'm just gonna die. Oh. And then they just, after a year, they're like, yeah, okay, it's time.
Yeah, so Marcellus is in sort of that frame of mind. So
He
from
really
the
is.
dim solitude of his tank, he muses on the indignities of confinement. He's smarter than anyone realizes, and he's watching everything, especially Tova, the only human he respects. As his body weakens, his mind remains razor sharp, and he knows time is short to reveal what he knows.
Got it. So does she? I need a little background. Why? How?
She is the custodian at
Got
the
it.
aquarium
Okay.
because it gives her something to do. She says that probably, I don't know, 20 times in the book. It's something to do.
Yeah. Sweet
Cute.
little Sally Field. But it's something to do. She's
I
not
love it.
British. What the hell's wrong with me?
She's probably been British in a movie somewhere.
So she is clinging to routine. She's still grieving the loss of her husband, who died of cancer at a quite old age. But she's sort of like just getting on in years, kind of looking at like, okay, what do I have to look forward to? Sort of a resting home, and then just quietly fading away. So she's like staring that down, but also looking backwards at the unresolved disappearance of her son. She thinks about it all the time, but she scrubs the aquarium each night, quietly keeping her life in order. Her job isn't about the fish. It's about meaning. This is all right. We
The
may
hell
want
does
to
that even mean?
I don't know.
Her job
was-
isn't about fish; it's about meaning. It's also
Bad
not.
job.
It's
Bad
not.
job. That was so dumb. I'm so mad that I. It's about routine. It's about routine actually because she needs that kind of.
And,
So
yeah, we know her job isn't about fish. She's a custodian.
yeah, she's a custodian. She's not a marine. Just, there's a guy whose job is all about fish. His name is Terry, and he's the one
It's Terry.
who works with the fish, not Tova.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
So
That's her
Tova,
boss.
just so I understand, so Tova is a lovely, sad old lady,
Yep.
Mhm.
and she's a custodian, so she probably works at night, right? And then
Mhm.
Marcellus is just like watching her and thinks she's cool.
Yeah, she finds him sneaking around and then keeps it her little secret
Okay.
because she thinks, he's all pent up. He's got to have some time to like get out, and he strategically steals mollusks and other little morsels from the other tanks in a way that he won't be, noticed. He's running a whole racket there.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it.
I was gonna say, yeah, she stumbles upon him, and they have this cute little bond where she tries to help him, and he and they connect. He like wraps his tentacles around her, and she's kind of freaked out, but they have this like weird little, oh, this is cool. What's happening? And it's just this sweet little interaction that they have, and then she's like, I'm not really gonna tell anyone about him because he's smart and he's exploring, and he should be able to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he does keep little treasures, and among his treasures is a key that is Tova's. So he gives it back to her as sort of a showing like, hey, we're friends now. Here's your house key. And so she's like, oh my goodness. But he kind of says, I have felt a key exactly like this before at the bottom of Puget Sound, because he was taken from there as a very little octopus. And so he had found Eric, her son's remains, including a house key. But he always remembers a key,
Yeah. So now the octopus has this information that we want so bad because he knows what's going on, and you just want to read the book fast to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
It was very, very good.
But he can't talk, so he's got to,
He's got to do
he
it
has
other
very
ways.
limited options on how he can communicate any of this.
Can he write?
No,
No.
He doesn't know English.
no, not like parrots. Not like
that,
parrots.
Not that
If he-
smart.
If he was a parrot, it'd be a pretty short book.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
he'd be like, what? I know where your son is. I
Terry
found
killed
him.
your son. I'm assuming
He's
Terry
super
killed the
fucking
son.
dead.
No, Terry's great. Terry's great.
That's my first pitch.
No, Terry grew up on a little boat in Jamaica, made his way to the States, and became a respected marine biologist. We love Terry.
Oh, okay.
Terry's
so we
great.
found our one black character for the book.
Yes,
There's
he-
always one. There's one ethnic character in these books. We
even
found
in
him.
Washington.
Yep.
I think it would be correct to cast Terry Crews, the best Terry of all Terrys.
Yeah.
He's like, "Where is this octopus going?" No,
That's just that's a good try.
All right, so Cameron, he found a little Polaroid that his mom had of her and this other guy, and the timing lines up where he's like, that guy's probably my dad, and it's a real estate developer in Sowell Bay. So he just goes to Sowell Bay. He loses his luggage on the flight, has to borrow a bunch of money, buys a rundown camper, and lands in this town chasing his father. So he finds work because he's got to get some kind of work at the aquarium where he has to fill in for Tova as the custodian because she fell down. So she got to take a couple weeks off. So he feeds the fish and he cuts up the bait and whatever for them. Not bait, but their food. And then cleans it. And Tova finally comes back. And so he gets acquainted with Tova and Marcellus, and he's like, you guys have a weird thing going on. Because he sees Marcellus sneaking around, and then he gets all freaked. He's like, what the heck is going on? And then Tova shows up, and she's like, shh, Marcellus, come on down from there, darling. And that's what
Cameron's reaction is like, "Oh, what the hell? What are you
First off,
doing?
who are you?
Yeah.
Who is this old lady, and is she sleeping with an octopus?
I don't- Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
No.
they got a
no.
shape of water thing going.
That's what I was thinking. No, it's not sexual. I just
It's not
love
sexual.
him.
It's not sexual. We can't emphasize that enough. It's not sexual.
He's just a good friend of mine. I just love him.
It's not sexual.
So they kind of form this unlikely trio. So Tova is oddly fond of Cameron for a reason she can't describe, and Cameron's oddly fond of Tova for a reason he can't describe. And this is where Marcellus's genetic sleuthing skills come in, and he goes, that guy is related to her. I don't know how. They don't seem to know it, but they walk the same, and so they must be related.
And then he just leaves it at that.
Interesting.
So-
he can't tell us that. He doesn't tell them that. He can't communicate to them.
No, he can't communicate that to them. But it's so frustrating that the octopus knows what's going on. The reader doesn't know what's going on. None of the other characters know what's going on. So you're like, I need to know what's going on. And only the freaking octopus can tell me. So I have to keep reading.
Smart. That's good.
And it was a joy to read too. So thank you, Shelly.
I wouldn't-
Yes. Yeah. Really, well written. There, one thing, if we're taking a little sidebar on the writing, I think the thing she does extremely well is tell the story that's happening by what's not said. There's little interactions that they have where you're like, oh, this isn't about buying groceries. This is a sort of where the character reacts in a certain way. And you're like, they wouldn't have reacted that way if they hadn't been through some stuff, but it's not really told. It's subtext. It's great.
Mhm. So yeah, both Tova and Cameron have pretty traumatic upbringings because Cameron's like, I never knew my dad. My mom abandoned me for drugs. Tova has lost everyone in her life close to her. And so they're forming this weird little shared trauma, sadness bond. I think that's one of the reasons they're fascinated by each other. And then Marcellus, the octopus, is just in the middle. And he's like, I know something you guys don't know. Problem is, I'm an octopus. So how am I going to get that to you?
Can't speak English. I can't write. I just steal shit and am around.
Yep.
And I'm going to die any day now.
And I am headed for death immediately.
All right. So, Mac, what do you think so far? Where do you think this is going?
Okay, here's my guess so far. All right. I think that Tova is actually Cameron's mom. and he's actually Eric, and Eric wasn't her
Ooh.
kid. Eric was somebody else, and there was some sort of, because how long ago did the kid die?
He died a long time ago.
So I think what happened was the kid's remains that were found are not her son, it's somebody else, and Cameron was like kidnapped. I don't know how it got there, but yeah.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
And if that's not
Okay.
where the book goes, I apologize for sparking just writing a better book. Oh,
No.
take that, Shelby, nerd.
No, but I love that because at that point in the book, you don't know. And so you're coming up with theories just like that. You're like, how the heck are these people related? They come from different states. This doesn't make any sense.
Okay. And
Yep.
and you find out that they're related through the octopus chapters, right?
Correct.
Yeah. That's the coolest thing is like he's not an omniscient narrator, but he knows more than everybody, all the characters, so he's sort of filling in the gaps. It was nice. I like that as like a storytelling little device there. But Tova is presented with the decision here because she's fallen down. She doesn't have anybody living with her. And her brother, who they were kind of estranged, he died in a nursing home, and she goes there.
See, yeah,
and
she's losing everybody. The look on your face,
Yeah.
McIsland, looks like, wow, that's a bummer. It is a
she's
bummer.
having a hard time.
Everyone's dying.
Honestly, now I'm starting to look at Tova a little differently. I'm like, are you bad luck?
Yeah.
Everybody in your life is dead, lady. Like, if I was Cameron, I'd be like, get away from me. Something's clearly up with you.
Exactly. She goes to this rest home and to pick up his belongings, and while she's there, she's like, "It's really nice here." So she is offered a room there, and she hesitates. Her nights at the aquarium are more than just work; they're kind of her safe place and her routine. And she's got her little like book club, her little knitting club. They call themselves the Knitwits, and sort of one by one, they've been like going off to nurse homes or moving in with family. And so they're down to 3, and they just talk about this stuff all the time. Like, well, what are we going to do? You know, it's like with our last days, and they're trying to hang on to it, and they're collecting a lot of stuff. Just sort of like, it was an interesting look from that perspective at just life. I'm like, oh yeah, you're going to think about it a lot, you know?
Yeah. And it is sad because a lot of these people they're getting old, so they're going to live with their kids to take care of them, or they're having family come in, and Tova doesn't have that, and it's glaringly obvious. And so it's like, man, this is sad, and all her friends know that, and they're like, Tova, you can come live with us, you can do this. But she's like, no, I can manage on my own. I'm very aware that I have no one in my life who loves me and can take care of me, so I got to figure this stuff out. And it's really just kind of sad. But like Evan said, it's kind of the way life goes. We're just kind of watching how life goes.
There's a very poignant point made in the Jason Statham film, The Beekeeper, where he talks about...
As soon as you said Jason Statham, I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah. He's
a great American classic.
It's our greatest import is Jason Statham. But he talks about in The Beekeeper how old, like elderly people are kind of like, they're basically ghosts in our society, because if nobody's there to take care of you, like you can get taken advantage of, people will take your money, and nobody really, because you're an adult, nobody really cares as much. Like you're less protected than even children. So like elderly people, it's scary.
It's true. I saw my grandparents, people were constantly trying to scam them over the phone, or just coming to their house and being like, hey, let me fix this for you. And they're very old. They were very old at the time. And they're like, well, I don't know enough about my roof to say if it's not broken or not. And people will come and just try to take advantage of you for money like crazy. Yeah, it happens all the time. And poor Tova's stuck. She doesn't have any kids looking out for her.
And she just got this octopus taking advantage of her.
He's no.
He's
robbed
just
her.
sneaking out.
He did.
Yeah, it's true. He has her stuff.
Yeah.
He robbed her. Yeah.
Curmudgeonly bastard. Yeah, you got 4 years.
Wait, no, he didn't rob her. He had a key that was identical to hers. Right?
He did have her house key, but he was like, I've seen this key before.
Okay, so he did steal from her That's not
Yeah.
cool, dude.
And then he found her
Not cool.
dead son at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, yeah, it's rough. That's part of the subtext. That's the story that's not written. Is that it's not out of compassion. He's holding her for ransom. He's like, if you shut this tank so I can't get out, I'm gonna make your life a living hell.
I'm gonna
I
tell
will
you
ruin
exactly
your
how
life. That's the,
you.
you know what? I want to see a movie. It's kind of like Monkey Shines, where there's just a murderous octopus. And it's just this octopus becomes obsessed with this older woman and it's just killing all the people in her life
Oh my gosh,
to isolate her so that she'll spend more time with him at the tank.
Yeah.
that's scary. Yeah,
Yep.
if Marcellus was a dick, he could really screw things up. Fortunately, he's a sweet guy, but you're right. With the knowledge he has, he could be like, "You want to know how your son spent his last moments? You know how scared he was with his last breath. Like he could have ruined her. I
Yeah.
don't like how easily he could have turned and ruined her life. That's not what this book's about, though.
That's not what this book's about. Sorry, I keep taking us off on tangents and pitching other ideas of the
No,
book.
it's good. We need it.
Yeah.
We need it.
If you haven't read the book, just know that none of the things I said have been involved in the book. That might be more confusing what I'm doing.
We'll see how this plays out.
So he's there because he found this photo. They are bonded. They are just having a great time. At this point, Cameron's got a girlfriend, and
Okay.
that relationship's actually going well.
Yeah,
The
he meets
job's
this
actually going well.
yeah, he meets this hot girl who does a paddleboard shop, and he's like, she's the hottest girl I've ever seen, and she's like weirdly attracted to him. And Cameron is also living with the grocery store clerk, this old Scottish guy who likes Tova, and so they're interconnecting a lot. Their lives are just intersecting in all the ways because the town is so small, and it's just kind of sweet how these interactions
Yeah.
just kind of naturally play out.
The whole time, like the thing that's happening is Tova's trying to decide whether or not to go to the nursing home. Ultimately decides she is going to go, and Cameron is trying to get an appointment with this real estate mogul guy who he thinks is his dad. So finally he gets the appointment, and so he goes to like see the guy, and the guy's like, meet me at this like speakeasy, because we're in the Pacific Northwest. There's hipsters and speakeasies. Yeah. So he goes and nobody's there, and he's like, hey, I'm looking for this guy, and he comes out and he's like, hello, Cameron. And he's like, hey, and he's like, I know why you're here. Do you want to talk about your mom? And he's like, no, I want to talk about you, because he was gonna shake him down for money, but he realizes when he gets there that he's like, all he's thinking about is like, I just wanted a dad. Like, what the heck, man? So he's like, yeah, I know why you're here. And he's like, you knew this whole time, and like, where were you? You know, so he's feeling bad. And then finally he's like, why wouldn't you, like, you could have been my dad. And he's like, nope, not your dad. Sorry. I do know what, I thought I knew why you were here, but this is a surprise. He's like, I am not your dad. We never were like that. They were best friends. He thinks he's there to talk to him about like, where is his mom, or ask for details about how she used to be before the drugs. And so he's very taken aback, and he's like, I'm so sorry. I'm not your dad.
Yeah, and you're right. Before this, the whole time, Cameron's like, I don't care about this guy. I just need the money. And he's got money, and he owes me 18 years of child support. So I'm going to shake him down for that. But then as soon as he sees him, it's sad because he breaks down, and he's just like, what the heck, man? Like, I needed a dad because I was living with my chlamydia aunt, and she's great, but like, I needed a dad. And the guy's like, where you got it all wrong. He's like, I was just really good friends with your mom. That's all it was. And so then you're just like, what is happening in this book? You're like, what is going on? Oh man, it titillates you. It titillates you quite a lot for a book about an
With
octopus.
those tentacles, they just get
Titillating.
in there and freaking
Titillating tentacle monsters. I don't know.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Good.
That's my addition to this conversation.
It's really good. That was
Just
really
letting
good.
people know that I'm still here. Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, so the real estate guy's not Cameron's dad.
Not
No.
the dad.
And Tova, it sounds like she's just being boring and just being like, oh, am I going to go to this house? I don't know if I'm going to go.
You know what?
What do I
You're-
do?
You're like
That's-
weirdly right on that she's just kind of. So a little bit more context about Tova is her dad came from Sweden. He built the house that she's living in, and like he built it with the intention that my grandkids will live here, my kids will live here, and so her selling that house is a really big deal, because it's like, you know, my father built this with his bare hands. My son lived here up until his death, And so she's like throwing all that away by going to the nursing home. But she's just like, I don't know what to do. She's having a really hard time. Her nitwit friends are like, oh, what are you going to do, Toby? And she's like, I don't know what I'm going to freaking do. You just like, let me make decisions and stay out of my life. And it's a very sad, complex thing that's going on in Tova's head.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. So Cameron at this point throws like a tantrum. He kind of does what he does. He self-destructs at this point, and he's like, this girl doesn't really like me. Like, I didn't find my dad. What am I doing here? It's like such a waste of time. He's kind of beefing with the store owner at this point because, all right, context here. There has been a development in the Eric story, Tova's son. There's this random guy who has been in the town the whole time, but Tova didn't know him, that she runs into at the park. And he helps her with her crossword. And then he's like, oh, I knew your son. And then he shows up at a brunch because he knows somebody who knows somebody. So all the nitwits are there for a birthday brunch. And he gets too drunk because he's stressed out and starts spouting off about how, like, the night that Eric died, he was gonna steal beer from your fridge and we were gonna meet up, and then he just like never came. I think he must have been off with that girl. And that sentence hits Tova like a knife because she's always wondered if there was a girl, and now she knows that there is.
Yeah. And her late husband he's like, I think there's a girl. And Tova's like, no, and we could never know. But now she knows for sure that there was a girl involved. They didn't know anything about it. So she's kind of learning more about it. And as you can imagine, it's driving her crazy because she's like, I want to know what happened when my son died. My only son died. And I'm just getting bits and pieces and I'm not getting the whole thing. And I'm frustrated. And do I need to move to a nursing home? And why are all my friends annoying?
Part of me thinks, is that sometimes your inner monologue, Kyle?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that's mine too.
Yeah. I mean, and reading this book was so... like it's a book about octopuses and an old lady. How exciting can it be? But I couldn't put this down.
It's
I need to know what's
mystery.
happening.
This is a cool mystery. Wait, so what's Marcellus up to during all this? Because
Oh
he's
my
obviously
gosh.
not going to brunch. So is he just?
No.
What's
No.
his chapter
He-
about during all this?
At this point, he's trying to figure out, like, how do I make these two see that they are related? He's just trying to figure out, like, how can I make this happen? So Tova learns the girl's name from the drunk guy and asks the shop owner. The shop owner's like very in love with her in the sweetest way, where he's like, he feels like she's out of her league, but it's like, you know, they're old, right? Anyways, it's fun. So he starts asking around, like, do you know this woman, Daphne, that she's asking about? She was like a shoplifter on the wall of shame at the shop, so he remembers her. Starts asking people. Well, Cameron finds out from somebody else that he's around town asking about this Daphne woman, and he's like, hey, why are you talking to everybody talking like shit on my mom? So it comes together. At this point now, as the audience, you know, Cameron is Tova's grandson. Tova's son had him with this girl, but he didn't know that because he died. And then she didn't, like, she kind of like went on the run, drugs, etc. So everybody knows now except for Tova and Cameron, and this is Marcellus's job.
Yeah, he's got to connect them, and he's dying, so he's got to do it quick.
Oh yeah, because octopus is super smart, super short lifespan. Why? So did Daphne kill him? To do with...
No.
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 You guys sound apprehensive.
Yeah, it should be a more concrete. No, she did not kill him.
Okay.
She feels guilt, though. We know this because Cameron's girlfriend once talked this woman down from jumping off a pier. And she talks about it a couple times, and it kind of becomes clear later. She kept talking about, like, the boom on the sailboat, but she was sort of incoherent because she was, like, on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And so it seems like they just got too drunk out on a boat and some accident happened and knocked him over. And she feels guilt about it, which probably is what the drugs are for.
Okay. This is
But you don't know
delightful.
much. The mom is like not in the picture. She's just a bad memory that Cameron has.
And the sad thing is like if she were maybe a better person Cameron could have called her and been like, hey, what's going on? But like, he hasn't seen his mom for years. She's not dead. She's just strung out somewhere. These hard drugs are so bad that she could have put all the pieces. This could have been a 2-page book if that mom had been a bit more responsible and dealt with her grief better. But no, she's probably just off, you know, heroined out doing something. And I feel for her. She went through some stuff, but I'm like, she's the worst person in this book for sure.
Well, you know, being an it's a yeah, she sucks. Okay, so
Try to justify that behavior.
All right, so Marcellus's final escape. Cameron gets really mad, and so he stops off at the aquarium and he like scrawls out a little note that's like, I'm quitting, I'm going back home. And Tova's like, where are you going? And he's like, I'm out of here. And he drops the ring, the class ring that was with the picture, and it says eels on it. And he's like, I don't know what this means. It's clearly not this guy. This real estate guy, his class ring had his initials on the inside. And so he's like, well, I guess this is just for the eels, and throws it in with the eels. Tova doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. So then he leaves. He just like takes off.
It is a very, it's kind of this immature thing where he has this ring that tells him who his dad is and he doesn't know what it is, but it says eels. He's like, I'm going to put this in the eel tank. I'm so angry. So that's what he does. He throws it in the eel tank. And then, and Tova's like, what the hell is going on? And she's like, you can't quit your job. You like, Terry depends on you. We depend on you. And she tries to talk him down. And it's so frustrating because you know their connection at this point. You know that that's her grandson, but they don't know it. And so you just want to like scream at them, but you can't. And so the octopus has to do it for you.
That's right.
I love it.
Except he has no mouth, so he can't scream.
Octopuses don't have a mouth?
They have a beak, don't they?
They have a beak. So now all the pieces are in place, so Marcellus can finally communicate what he wants to. He gets out of the tank and grabs that ring, and also earlier in the book left a driver's license. He like jammed the printer so Cameron's driver's license would get stuck in there, and then he gets it out, and so then puts that stuff under this statue where it's like no one would ever clean there because no one ever sees it, but Tova's thorough. So he knows that Tova's the only person who will find this stuff that I've stashed. And so she finds the class ring and the driver's license, and she puts it together and figures it out that Cameron is her grandson.
And this is a dangerous thing for Marcellus to do because the eels, back in the ocean before, the eels have done him wrong and like ripped him to shreds at one point. So he's like, I got to go back into the eels now. I'm at like 0 energy because I'm dying, and I got to get this ring. And so fortunately, he can get the ring without any issues. The eels, who they just shit on the whole time. What are these eels called? They're just really ugly, and they just constantly talk about how ugly these eels are. So anyway, he goes into these ugly eels tank, gets the ring, stashes it, and then finally Tova puts it together. And you're just like, it's about damn time. But where's Cameron? I don't know.
On the road. And his car broke down because he never changed the belt. And he also left his phone somewhere. And he's just a mess. He's crashing out.
He is a mess. Also,
he's crashing out.
he's such a mess. The octopus had his license for like a few days, and he was driving around. How did you not know your license was gone?
Oh my
Like,
God.
This kid's irresponsible.
This is such a tangent, and I know that we shouldn't be doing those anymore, but I'm doing it. Like 2 years ago, every single form of identification that I had expired on the same day.
Oh, jeez.
And I couldn't get anything else because you needed one of the other. So my passport, my license, all of it expired on the same day. Luckily, you can travel with a global entry, and also my license is in Utah, so I've never gotten a New York license. So I applied for a New York license, but I can't get a New York license without having some other form of identification. And they were all expired. And at one point, I was so distraught over this whole issue that I just turned to my roommate and I was like, it's like I don't exist.
I could be anyone.
I literally don't exist. I can't use any of these. None of these technically work. It was
A
crazy.
man outside of time.
So, a man outside of existence.
That's like the ultimate nightmare scenario for our day and age.
Yeah.
Everything expires at the same time, and I can't get it because everything else is expired.
And then my credit card got stolen. So I had to get a new credit card. I didn't have any identification. I just didn't exist for like a week.
Triple whammy.
Amazing.
What about your social security card? Did they not take that?
My social security card was in Utah, so I couldn't take
man.
I only had a picture, and they don't accept a picture.
They don't
of your
take
social
pictures.
Nope. So I could not do anything.
That's seriously, that is the millennial nightmare that you lived. That's insane.
But you could have done anything. You would have gotten away with it. You didn't exist. Did you commit any crimes? They'll never know. So Cameron, he is a mess, and I get it on a very deep level. He's like, I never was one for paperwork. It's not first person. He's like, yeah, he was never one for paperwork. He got a full ride scholarship because he's also a genius. That's the other thing we didn't mention up top is that he's very, very smart. But he got a full ride to a college, and then they sent him. Basically, all he had to do was like fill out paperwork. It would have taken 10 minutes, but he like couldn't get himself to do the paperwork. And I was like, when they told that little story, I was like, I understand that perfectly. Like paperwork,
really,
like yeah, it's like. Just looking at you all the time. You put it on a shelf and it just stays there, and it's just like every single day it just is like, you suck. You can't do this. And
I do that.
You know, like
I do that crash out all the time where I'm just like, I'll get in my head and I'm like, it doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. No, this actually does not matter. Why do I have to do this?
yeah.
Like who created these systems? Who decided that I had to do this?
All things
I don't
that
want
are
to play your
not-
games.
Yeah, they're not helpful to you at all, but it is interesting to think about that
You
it's all
add-
made up.
Yeah, it's the most useless thing to constantly think about how everything is made up.
But there will be very real consequences if you don't
Yeah.
get the paperwork back.
Yeah. Oh my god. I there's been times when I'm like, this doesn't matter. Whatever. It's just a ticket. And then I'm like, oh, it's $300 now. Oh,
There's a warrant out for my arrest.
oh god. Yeah.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
great. So she's found the ring.
Yep.
She finds Marcellus kind of like all curled up in a ball, and this was sort of took the last ounce of his strength, and he's outside of the tank, and she puts it all together and, starts crying. She's very emotional about it, and so she says, you know what, Marcellus, you're going home. And she picks him up and then like goes over to the pier and like drops him off back into the ocean where he belongs.
It's very sweet, and it's
So
very
he
sad.
dies in the ocean.
Yeah, he's sort of sinking, and then he's like telling, his narrative, and he's like, now don't go getting carried away thinking. He's the only one that talks directly to the audience. He's like, don't go get carried away thinking I'm gonna live here. I'm still dying, but I am back home, and it does feel good.
I love that part because for a split second you're like, oh, we're reading from him again. He's okay. He's like, I'm not okay.
This is
But
the
yeah.
end.
This is the end. But he's like, I did last 2 extra days, so that's nice.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that.
So then, with the truth revealed, so Cameron he does the rom-com thing. He gets halfway home, and then he's like, no, so will Bay is my heart. I got to turn around. So he like flips it around, and he goes back, and then he knocks on Tova's door, and she's like, come in, dear. We have much to discuss. And then they sit down, and they begin a beautiful relationship, grandmother and son. He takes care of her. She doesn't go to the nursing home. They sort of insinuates that maybe Tova and the shopkeeper, but it doesn't like cash it all in. It's sort
No.
of like it does a good job of just like letting you kind of think of the possibilities, and kind of that hole in her heart left by her son is just a little bit more filled.
Yeah, let me tell you, when they interacted and Tova said, "You're my grandson," and Cameron figured it out, I was bawling. I
Really?
could not help myself. I'm like, she has someone now. Like she has someone. She didn't have someone for so long. Oh man, and it makes me feel so dumb. But yeah, I was crying my eyes out. I'm like, this is so beautiful that they finally found each other, and now Tova can have someone. It sucks for her husband who died because he didn't know he had a grandson, but at least Tova knows,
True.
and that's great. And it was this beautiful reunion that you had been wanting, and you finally got. The payoff was so freaking good.
I love it. I love it.
Amazing.
That's very.
All
I
comes
would
together.
cry now if I had any liquid in my body.
Yeah. Well, Remarkably Bright Creatures, Mac, what do you think? So we're here at the end. What's your take?
It sounds like a really cute book. I am now gonna have to go read it. I want to read it, and it's because it's a little dream of mine. I feel like it is a perfect book for me because I feel like I relate a lot to Cameron. And I just want to be in a mystery so bad. I want to have to solve a murder mystery in real life so badly. It's my dream.
And then find like where you always belonged,
Yeah.
waiting there for you at the end.
Yeah, discover where I belong in this world and what my purpose is through a wonderful little murder mystery involving some sort of CGI creature. Obviously, it won't be CGI in real life, but some sort of creature that I create a bond with.
It's the dream.
That is my dream. That if that happened and I died at the end of it, I would be so happy.
You feel like perfect life.
If
10 stars.
If my final moments were like a Sherlock Holmes, like I figure out this is the guy who killed all those people, and I just take him on into a waterfall. Oh my God, that is my dream of dream. That's how I want to die. At the ripe old age of like 80, I want to solve a murder and then kill the murderer. And myself. Murder suicide.
You killed the murderer at 80 years old? How old is the murderer?
It's a young man.
Wow. Good for you.
That's why I have to die with him, because I don't have enough strength to just walk away from it.
You only have enough strength to throw yourself and him off.
I have one good pull in me, and then it's over. And
That's right. Just when it's looking bleak, your Pixar sidekick, Banana Slug, just crawls into his mouth and chokes him to death, sacrificing himself in the process.
In my mystery story, I'm an 80-year-old, and my sidekick is a slug, and his name is Maurice.
Maurice.
Yeah,
it's not Marcellus.
I love
Maurice.
This. I hope this really happens to you. I really do.
I mean, I'll write the book, fine, whatever, but I want it to happen for real.
Except the banana slug is not going to be smart. It's just going to be kind of dumb. It's just going to be like, duh, duh.
It's just the slug that I'm imparting.
Sidekick.
I'm imparting intelligence. Yeah. Because clearly in this story, I'm 80 and Tiffany's left me, and my kids won't talk to me anymore, and I've had a psychotic break.
You're not doing okay.
And it's like, they're like, you need to go to a home because none of your family wants you to live with them. And I'm like, you know what? No. And I just lose my mind. And I'm just in an apartment building somewhere convinced that this guy murdered my family.
You're like, but I have a banana slug.
And this is my banana. Maurice, what did you say, Maurice?
They're like, that's a turd. That's a dog turd that you've been carrying around.
That guy's walking around holding a turd, accusing people of murder.
The twist ending in the Shyamalan screenplay of this is that you have Alzheimer's, and as a joke, Kyle tattooed "John G. killed your wife" across your chest, and your life is memento, but nobody died. No, like
it's not real. He's Joey Pantsing me.
Oh man,
he's being like Joey. What is his name? Joey Pantalone or whatever. He's using my Alzheimer's to get me to do his dirty work.
He's like, why do I keep buying Oreos in such bulk quantities?
Yeah, well, one tattoo says buy Oreos, the other one says clean house once a week. One of them says pick Shepard up from school.
Pick Shepard. But if you're 80, I'm 80, so I have a grandson that has the same name as my son.
Obviously.
Shepard
doesn't matter.
Needs to be picked up from school.
Let's not get locked into logic here.
Yeah.
The timelines aren't going to mesh. All right, just forget about it.
Okay.
Well,
delightful book. It was delightful. That's what I will say. Your guys' retelling was delightful.
Wonderful. That's all. That's all we can hope for here at Bibliofools. I also really, really liked the book. I thought the story was fun. I thought it was like charming and quaint, and for some reason my mind movie was like a stop motion where she's just sort of shuffling around, bouncing. And it's the type of book that I wouldn't think appeals to me because I like the dark, mysterious stuff where it's like I don't like happy endings, but this one I thought it earned it. It earned the happy ending because it also is an examination of the pain of loss. Like you really feel the ache that she has because she doesn't know what happened to her son, and you feel the like listlessness of Cameron, who's just like, where do I belong? Like, you really feel that. And so then the ending, it's not like everything's perfect and, you know, like there's still holes, but it's like they kind of find it's like two people that the most unlikely circumstances, like life brings them together, and they can kind of help each other move past things that were hard. And I just think that that's a true story. You know, that's how it is. You meet people, you don't know, like, you can't see going forward, you can't predict it, but people come into your life and they like can help you or defraud you. So you do need to be careful of people still, but some of them might help you.
Yeah, it's an oddly realistic book for a book where the octopus is calling the shots. But no, you're right. It did feel very real and raw. I loved the book. I was in your camp, Evan. I thought, oh, octopuses are cool, but then like the main character's an old lady. I'm like, ugh, gross. No, but I've never read a book like that, and so but holy crap, I love this book. I thought it was great. It was just a nice, sweet read. Which was good after some of the books we read, and we're not going to stick around because we're reading Cormac McCarthy next, and so that's going to bring us right back to sad reality. But it was a nice little read for a bit, and I enjoyed it.
I think it contrasted really well with 50 Shades Darker, where there's no subtext at all. They just cash in every time, anytime there's emotional anything, they just tell you about it. So it was nice. It was nice to go back to like subtlety and
and an actual rumination and theme.
Yeah, and like a really good story.
Characters.
Yeah, the power of storytelling
100%.
and what it means to see like people who they're actually working through their pain and their grief and growing and changing.
Yeah.
And not just
Amazing.
being bad.
Yeah.
Just real bad.
If I had to put the book in one word, I would say, and you guys are going to give me crap, I would say remarkable.
Oh. Why would we give you? Have we ever punished you for say?
Yeah, I said great one time, and you guys said no.
That's
I thought the book was
wasn't
great.
Happy.
Well, that's lame.
Wasn't happy.
That's such a nondescript word.
But remarkable, like it's in the title, but it is a remarkable book, and so that's
it
the
is
word
in the
I would
title.
use.
I will give you shit then, fucking loser.
It's kind of lazy, but it's accurate.
McKylan figured out why he should give you shit,
Yeah.
and now he will.
Thanks for giving. You know what? I was gonna be supportive because I love you like a brother, but then you told me that, and I hate you like a brother.
I just gotta be honest. It was a remarkable book that just happens to be one of the 3 words in the title.
Nice.
That's good.
Mac,
Remarkable.
you still get a word. I think you got to have a word.
I would say whimsical. That sounds very whimsical.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, since your 2 words were positive, I wouldn't want this to be the only word, but I'm going to throw a melancholy in there.
I think that
I think
works.
the trio of words is going to describe, because it does have some very melancholy notes.
To put it in a sentence, I would say this book sounds remarkably whimsical and melancholy.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
That was crazy. Did you just come up with that?
I just came up with that. It just came out of nowhere.
Jesus
That's
Christ,
crazy.
you can't be stopped.
I don't know why Kyle's not giving me shit.
Because I respect it. Because I already took the lazy route by choosing a word in the title.
And to be fair, you
put it
didn't
together.
I took the lazy route. I didn't read the book.
Yeah, but we told you to. That wasn't that was a group decision.
That's true.
That wasn't you just being lazy.
It was on purpose. Well, I think we'll probably all read it yourself here.
Yeah, read it yourself. Read it yourself.
It's a good one. Well, another book in the books. Thank you very much to Shelby Van Pelt. A wonderful debut, I believe. This is her first book, right?
This is her first book?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? This is her first book.
That's amazing. Good for her.
Like, it's only down from here, but it was really good. Like, that
sucks.
sucks.
Hard to top.
It's like Jordan Peele. You make Get Out, and then boom, you make Nope, one of the greatest movies of all time.
Oh, Nope, it's a good one. It's a good
one.
Well,
but then there's the scissor one in the middle, which is okay.
Us
is
good.
Yeah.
Us is great.
Good. It's not bad. Definitely have to suspend belief for that one. More so than Get Out and Nope. But doesn't matter.
You're saying that the alien monster that eats horses is more believable than
You really
Then-
believe that?
the doppelgangers, a
and the
thing that
doppelgangers
happens.
live and believe the city underneath the city. Yeah, I think it's more believable.
Ooh, that sounds creepy. I haven't
Those-
seen this movie. I'm gonna have
You
to
need
check
to
it
see
out.
it. Those
Let's
are
wrap
two,
the episode
Those are
real
two
quick.
real things.
Yeah,
Those are
yeah.
two real things, Kyle. I just want to point that out.
Those are not real things.
Doppelgangers and people living under cities are real.
Yeah, but not at the same time.
That would be quite the coincidence.
It would be a coincidence, but it's.
You're telling me we all have
Terrifying.
doppelgangers living under the city? There's not enough space.
I'm not saying that we all have them. I'm just saying that doppelgangers are a real thing, and people living underneath cities and like tunnels and stuff is real.
Yeah, those are two, but like they're not the same thing. You can be like, oranges are real and cats are real, but there's no such thing as a cat orange. But there is.
There are orange cats though, which sucks for you and the point you were trying to make.
Yeah,
It's
cat
really a
orange.
bummer.
Yeah.
There
Orange
are orange
cat.
cats.
Which
So-
my favorite animal that nobody asked me about is a tiger. Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh,
we
and those
go.
are orange cats. That was
Those
a
are
Kyle,
bad
big
what's your
one.
orange
favorite
cats.
animal? And
What?
then we got
Me?
and then let's wrap it up. Yeah, what's your favorite animal?
You know
My
what his
favorite-
favorite animal is.
My favorite
duh.
animal is a
You
bear.
said you'd wear it on your sleeve.
I have a tattoo
Idiot.
of it. I'm not subtle. Unlike this book, I'm not subtle. Jeez.
Well, that was rough. I'm sorry that happened. Follow us on Instagram at BibliaFools, online at bibliafools.com. If you have a book request, please email it to us.
Seriously, if you-
bibliafools@gmail.com.
If you email it to us, we'll probably do it because we haven't got any emails yet. Is that right?
Honestly, email us just about your day. We'll get. I will give advice, unwarranted, and it will be bad, and I will give it to you. I will do it
Free of charge.
free of
Um,
charge. Speaking
also,
of which,
not financial advice. Just want to throw a little disclaimer on that in case
yeah, I'm
it
poor.
goes there.
Evan, it was your book this week, so you're gonna take us out with a little advice for the listeners.
Yeah, here's my advice. Here's my advice for you. If you find yourself in the presence of an octopus and you have a tragedy in your past, maybe give the octopus a chance. Ask it, see if it can point you in the right direction. That's what I would say. I definitely will do that if I find myself in that circumstance because of this book. So thank you to the book.
Thank you to the
that.
book. You might be disappointed. There's a lot of lonely marine biologists out there who are going to be very disappointed because the octopuses
Yeah.
are not solving their problem as to why they're so sad. But give it a shot. Worked out well for Tova.
It sure did. Well, we love you all. Have a good week.
Love it.